At 54 years of age, the new communist in charge was in no immediate danger of dying. Mikhail Gorbachev was university educated, reform-minded, with ideas and imagination. He seemed quite unlike the sinister, boorish, senile leaders who had preceded him. Gorbachev was determined to save the failing Soviet economic system and improve the lives of ordinary citizens without abandoning Marxism-Leninism. In November 1986, Gorbachev and Reagan met for the first time at a summit in Geneva, Switzerland. The mood was tense during official discussions. Gorbachev was ready to negotiate an arms reduction on condition that Reagan abandon Star Wars. The president wouldn't budge. But in private, the two leaders forged the beginnings of a personal relationship that would transcend ideology, geopolitical differences, and the Cold War itself. Geneva did not produce any arms limitation agreements, but it provided a historic breakthrough. Just 5 months later, an explosion ripped through reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in the Soviet Union. It was an environmental catastrophe, the worst nuclear disaster in history. It exposed a Soviet system that was shot through with corruption and incompetence. Gorbachev vowed immediate and radical change. The Soviet leader introduced glasnost, a move away from government secrecy toward openness, and perestroika, a dramatic economic, political, and social restructuring of the Soviet Union itself. To pay for the reforms, Gorbachev knew he would have to abandon the arms race and seek an end to the Cold War. In December 1987, the seeds planted at Geneva a year earlier bore fruit. Reagan and Gorbachev signed a historic agreement to eliminate intermediate-range missiles in Europe. It was the first step on the road to dramatically reducing nuclear weapons stockpiles. Reagan and Gorbachev found common ground on the issue of nuclear abolition. In 1987, President Reagan traveled to West Germany to seek common ground on human rights. In front of the Berlin Wall, he made his appeal.
General Secretary Gorbachev, if you seek peace, if you seek prosperity for the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe, if you seek liberalization, come here to this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
For Ronald Reagan, the one-time Hollywood actor, it may have been his finest performance.